Right then, welcome back. Today we're at Road Atlanta, a soggy Road Atlanta, and we're on the Moto GP course, which has got this hateful chicane, which I may or may not have forgotten existed when I was doing a bit of setup work. Oops. But we did do a time, we did a 121.949, that would have put us 5th. And setup wise, we ended up there, so a bit softer on the front end, just because I wanted to run a hard front tyre. There's a couple of big stops, and with that flip-flop chicane at the top of the hill, a hard front tyre seems to make it change direction a little bit quicker. So that's the method behind the madness. The race itself, well, look how slippy it is. The AI is just binning it left, right and centre into that last chicane. Now, the S1000RR, 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 could be a pirate's bike, but anyway, I didn't really like it before. I thought it was way too powerful, way too aggressive, way too feisty, but now I quite like it. What I don't like is this. Thank you very much. Absolute carnage at the start of the race. Somehow we managed to not get knocked off, and I thought, you know what, we're doing alright. We're in 13th, up to the top of the hill, and I may have left the brake in just a couple of metres too late, and we spear tackled a couple of riders. Oh dear me. But we got back on in a net gain of 1 position, because we're in 13th and we crashed. We're in 12th now. Happy days indeed. So, end of lap 1, she's feisty on the brakes. Is she feisty again? Soft front end means it's a little bit lively, but I don't mind that. I don't mind it kicking and bucking and weaving and dancing. It is quite a lot of fun. I hate this corner. It's unnecessary, it's downhill, it's awkward, the grass is on a 90-degree angle. It should at least have a little bit of a more circular circumference to the edge of that track, because it's absolutely hateful. Gap to lead of 5.2 seconds. Now, we weren't exactly making a load of progress. I suspect it's because in that first accident there was a load of quick riders, possibly a load of American riders, because the Americans always seem to go fast in America. Coincidence. Got knocked off, and I think they were working their way back through the pack. So it took a little while before I felt like we were making progress. Gap to lead of 4.7 seconds. So we're going what? 0.6, 0.5, 0.7-ish seconds a lap quicker. So we should be getting 10, 12-ish laps in. So there's plenty of space where we were making loads of time up to the top of the hill. And this hateful triple, quadruple chicane, whatever we're calling it, it's just disgusting. It's not necessary. I don't get why we need to have the motorcycles going through there. I'm sure in real life you could just straight line it up over the curbs, but obviously not on ride 4, because you've got no way of moving the weight left and right without big movements on the stick. But we're not moaning today. We're being nice and positive and happy. And if anyone watched the Spa 24-hour race over the weekend, holy shit, what a race that was. But anyway, back to this. Up through the top of the hill, we are making rapid progress. We're up to 6th, gap to lead of 1.8 seconds. And I thought we'd breeze past this Ducati 1098. Long wheelbase, grunty, however, several generations of superbike behind the S1000RR. And guess what? We pulled a bit of a wheelie over the hill, and the Ducati just kind of went bye-byes. Didn't get anywhere near it, didn't put any time in, nothing. So I thought, no problem. It doesn't wheelie onto the back straight, and it's massive, and we'll be doing the best part of 190, and we'll be able to get past it. Bit of a slide on the way out. We've got a wet tyre on the rear still, and the best part 240 horsepower, and we still can't get close to that Ducati. It's an absolute missile. I have noticed recently that there's a lot of Ducatis in the leaderboards, especially 1098R, setting all kinds of time. It's not very good on the brakes though. So yeah, there might have been a little bit of a tweak in the background. I don't think there has been, because I would believe Milestone are concentrating on ride 5. You better be concentrating on ride 5, friends. Someone commits suicide over the top of the hill towards the last corner, which again I still hate, and we're up to 4th, gap to lead of 1.2 seconds, and it's getting quite busy. It's getting really busy. So go past that, into the first corner, watch for the bump, massive slide, get on the gas a little bit too early, onto the curb, and guess what? We'll do a bit of grass tracking. Good job we've still got the wet tyre on, and all that hard work, getting past Ducatis and GSXRs and all sorts, I thought was undone, but no, we basically just barged our way through the quadruple chicane that I hate and ended up back in third, still 1.7 seconds behind the leader. Onto the back straight again. There's a little bit of blocking going off. Look, it's just a bit tight, just annoying me ever so slightly. But we've got him on the brakes. And then what's that, GSXR? I think it's a GSXR in it. And then, no, he's got back past us again, you absolute swine. So not only did he block us, he then goaded us into a bit of a late braking manoeuvre, but then they both fall off and we head for the pits because the track's dry now and the wet tyres feel absolutely horrible. Now, I've set the bike up to run hard front, medium rear, but the ambient temperature is a little bit low. So we go medium front, medium rear. I've got that soft front suspension on, so it potentially a bit of a mistake. Fuel-wise, we fill it because we're going to go power mode, 12 minutes left. I think it will possibly use all that. We'll have to drop the power mode back down again because that long back straight is flat out for about 30% of the lap. Still with me? Good. We come out of the pits in 5th, 26-ish seconds behind the leader, but I do believe that everyone in front of us is on rain tyres and will have to stop for fuel. Frank Jordan behind us, I'm assuming that's a Mr. Frank Jordan, I don't know many Mrs. Frank Jordans, is on medium soft, 86%, so there is Crocodile. End of lap 6, and everybody in front of us goes into the pits. So the 4 riders in front of us go into the pits. We're through to first. Frank Jordan, nearest Crocodile, 76% fuel. So 3 minutes left. 20% fuel, and the decision is to go into eco mode just to make it last. We're guzzling fuel at a vast rate. We don't have to stop again. We've got a 26-second gap, so I could do a splash and dash if I needed to, but the biggest problem was catching the back markers. Now, I don't mind back markers, they make it a bit of fun, but they've got no manners, and there's no blue flags in this game whatsoever. Not that I believe you should have blue flags, but if you're in the lead, surely you've earned the right of passage through and past slower people. But what they do is they just ride even harder and make an absolute nuisance of themselves. So we go past one Suzuki, run a little bit wide into the corner. However, what we do is we try and outbrake everybody, and it normally ends in tears. But discretion is the better part of valour. I was getting way too carried away. I only had like 10, 11, 12% fuel left. I thought there's no point falling off, I was going to make it harder for myself. We're still gapping second place. Mr. Jordan, or Frank, or whatever we're calling him, is obviously pitted, and now there's a French rider who's in second, so we're not have to worry about them. 30% fuel left, they're probably going to pit as well. On to the last lap. The tail enders are still being an absolute thorn in my side, and finally we get onto the back straight, and we've got one more in front of us. Now, would you go past? Would you not go past? Would you go past on the brakes? Would you go past on the straight? Would you just sit behind him and not bother? 30-second gap, second, there's no point. But I just can't stop myself. I can't help it. I've got to go past him. I've got to go around him. I've got to have a clear track in front of me because it makes me feel happy and warm and fuzzy on the inside. There's another tail ender there. I'm not going to catch him. I'm upset. I'm very, very upset. But anyway, it's done. We won by 30 odd seconds. The race was okay. The full version will be out later on this afternoon. I am working on the playlists as well. I'm going to do a highlights playlist, a full race playlist, and so on and so forth. So bear with me. I know it's a bit endurance and MotoGP heavy at the minute, but I am doing stuff in the background. Won it by a canter. I like that bike. The colour scheme's fantastic, and that's your lot. So thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing. You're all absolute legends. I'm off playing on the motorcycle over the last couple of days. So what you're hearing and what you're seeing has been done a couple of days in advance, so I hope I've had fun, and if I have, I'll do a video, and fingers crossed I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, peace.